Good morning, guys. So I'm going to go over the agenda today. We're going to do our read aloud from If the World Were a Village and talk about food. Then you are to get onto Google Classroom and classwork page and go to the constructed response assignment. And we're going to go over that. You're to write your first draft of your response. And I will be taking reading goals on Monday, so I just want to go over that. But you will have silent reading time if you finish your constructed response early. So we'll start with If the World Were a Village, and we're going to look at food today. So that's kind of fun. And I'll see if I can show the picture for all of you for food. Let me make this a little bigger. I'm sorry, I'm not the best videographer. I'll kind of put this here, bear with me. So we have our heading, food. The smells and sounds of the market draw you near. The tables are piled with fresh baked bread, vegetables, tofu, and rice. Chickens cluck and ducks quack. In a pen not far away, a cow moos at the passing crowd. The villagers have many animals. They help to produce food or are a source of food. There are 31 sheep and goats. So if you've ever eaten lamb before or had goat's milk or cheese. 23 cows, bull, and oxen. There's your Hamburg steak. 15 pigs. There's your ham and bacon and pork. 3 camels. I believe camels produce a source of milk. 2 horses, so around the world horses are eaten, and I apologize for us horse lovers. And 250 chickens. Yes, there are twice as many chickens as people in the village. So chicken is the #1 meat eaten around the world. And it's because it's so small, it doesn't take a lot of money to feed chickens. You can feed them extra grains you might find around the house, or they can dig for their own, peck for their own food. It doesn't take much space to raise chickens, so that's why chicken is the #1 meat eaten. There is no shortage of food in the global village, so I want you to think about this. In the world, today, there is enough food to feed everybody. But this is if the food were divided equally, everyone would have enough to eat. But the food isn't divided equally. So although there is enough food to feed the villagers or to feed everyone in the world, not everyone is well fed. Half of the village, or 50 people, or 50% of the world, does not have a reliable source of food and are hungry some and all the time. 13 other people are severely undernourished or don't have food. Only 37 people have enough to eat all the time. So what I want you to realize is that 63% of the world doesn't have food, but there is enough food in the world for everyone to have. So it makes you think, I often think of America where people overeat or throw away food while other people are starving. So I always find this so shocking because there is enough food for everyone in the world, but it's not distributed equally. So it's just something to think about, and to think about what you could do to help people maybe, what solutions we could come up with. One solution that we will do a read aloud book about is maybe sending people or farmers over to teach people in other countries how to grow and raise crops, or how to irrigate and water crops with a well. I think that's one of the best solutions that there are, because you're going to find people in other countries want to work. They want to grow their own food or buy their own food. They just might not have the knowledge or the resources to do so. So I hope you found this quite interesting and a little shocking, because there is enough food in the world for everyone, but yet only 37% of the world eats well every day. And I would say that 37% probably overeats or throws food away. Something to think about. All right, so moving on, under classwork, you have a constructed response that says, how is Malala a crusader for girls' rights to education in Pakistan? And a crusader is someone who fights for something. Your job today is to answer that question in paragraph form. This paragraph should have 5 to 8 sentences. You should have a topic sentence that starts your paragraph that uses words from the question. Malala is a crusader in Pakistan for girls' rights for education might be an example. Then you need to have 3 examples from the scope article. Please go back through the scope article, okay, and find those specific examples, and end with what we call a conclusion sentence. Now, this is a first draft. Monday, we're going to kind of revise your first draft of this constructed response, and you can make some changes. We'll have a mini lesson about it. But I am going to give you a grade, a completion grade, if you hand this in today. It is due today at the end of class. You should have plenty of time to do it. I will give you a completion grade for attempting to do it. I'm not going to grade you on the skills. Then Monday, you're going to revise it and resubmit it, and then I will give you a separate grade looking at your skills for a constructed response. If you do not complete the work today, you get a 0 because this is your classwork job. We're not making this up. Because I'm finding whenever I have a sub, which unfortunately I've got 2 young kids in school, and as you know, everybody's been out different times, and I've just got to accommodate. But I've been finding when I have a sub, you're not doing the work. So I'm going to give you a completion grade, and if you don't do it, you get a 0. We're not making it up. So please spend your work in ELA time doing this today. Once you finish, submit it, and you can silent read. I will be taking reading goals on Monday. I've given you an extra day, so everybody should be meeting their reading goals. All right, if you have any questions, email me. I will have my phone on me to respond to emails as we're at the doctor's. And have a great weekend, and I will see you all on Monday.